We're live, baby. Live.
All right, you ready? I think I'm ready, basically. Oh, I gotta change the thumbnail. Fucking shit. I guess I don't. Never mind. All right. All right, you ready?
I'm already live.
Cool. Talk to your people.
Everything's good.
Talk to your people about my people. Boom. Shiva dancing with his what are those called? Those glasses again?
Blue light glasses, baby. We're live.
God, I'm so fucking sleepy. All right, what's it looking like? You got any viewers yet?
I'm not even sure if I'm live. What the heck? Very
I'm
weird.
definitely live.
Am I live?
I don't know. I'm live. I got the dashboard on my OBS where I can see if I'm live or not. You should have that as well.
I'm live, but what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
All right, so let's I guess I'll pull up my own Discord since you didn't do your homework like you were supposed to. And I'll ask, what should you do the second part 1 hour into the video and just been already been educating and enlightening. All right, and then also ask me about like different dollar amounts. If you have different dollar amounts, how should you allocate it, et cetera, et cetera.
You can't hear the music I'm playing, but it's
amazing.
it's amazing.
The best music you ever heard. All right, Shambho, get ready for a screenshot. All right. Screenshots ready to rock.
18 people watching this useless show.
What'd you
Listen to
call
some
your achiever?
Tupac. I called it Crypto Debate with Bay.
Wow. Please. Don't call it
Tupac,
that.
Pop Smoke, Write This Down featuring Biggie, DMX, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, NWA, Nipsey, Snoop Dogg.
And I'm buffering. Great. Amazing. All right, Shiva, you ready? You know we can hear that, right?
No way, you can't.
Yeah, I can. You're gonna get copyright striked.
That's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.
I
We'll see if I do or not.
actually heard it, but anyway. Let me know. All right, let me know. You're gonna start it?
Yep.
Let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna hit record.
Okay, in
So for
5,
anybody who's wondering, we're gonna talk about crypto. Part 2. This is part 2 to the last crypto episode. Go ahead, Shiva.
3, 2, 1. We all should have listened to this wise man right here. The crypto king, as we call him. And he predicted the crypto situation. I'm lagging very badly. 82%
Don't worry
lag.
about it. You got the recording. You got the recording video. Don't worry about it.
The recording, I have to stop. It's some setting is making my my video lag very badly when I start recording with the thing. I wonder what could it be? Because it wasn't like this in the other
You're
output.
gonna stop the recording.
Is it a bit rate or what do you think it is?
First thing usually people change is bit rate, then there's frames per second, then there's resolution.
So my bit rate is 30,000. Frames per second.
30,000?
Yes.
That's insanity. Go do 6,200 or something like that.
But okay, I'll try. If it doesn't work, then. But that's a 4K video I'm recording. I mean 2K video.
Stop doing 2K video. Do 1080. 1080 is enough.
Okay, I'll do 20.
I don't even think YouTube takes that.
But it's something not this because I remember
Shiva, just there's no point of doing 4K, bro. What are we doing? A cinematic fucking.
No, not 4K, 2K.
Don't do 2K. Just do 1080.
I can't do that. Doesn't align with my standards. Anybody
Okay,
knows
well,
what this is?
You don't have the capability. You don't have the capabilities for that.
No, I do. I did this many times, but I re-downloaded OBS, so now it's weird. I need to change some setting. Video encoder, maybe.
1080 by 1920, bro. That's it. 1080 by 1920. 1080 is good. My
Okay.
videos don't look any different than your videos. I watch yours and I watch mine. It looks the same.
Okay, give me one more moment. Let me see what I can change here. Living life as a boss player. Till the day I die, living life as a tongue.
Going live now.
Wow, huge lag, huge. Okay, it's due to encoding lag, so it's something with the encoder. Video encoder.
Which encoder do you have? Software or hardware encoder?
Hardware. I have both, but which one should I use?
Which one do you have? Which what options do you have for
I have
hardware?
software hardware
Forget that hardware what?
hardware Q.
H.264 and HVAC.
Yeah, HVAC and
Use HVAC.
okay, that's already the one that I'm using.
Okay,
Encoder
well,
present best quality or slowest? Okay, that I don't think that matters.
Let me see what I have for mine on that one.
Yeah, I'm not lagging anymore, but I was definitely.
So for encoder preset, I have it set to slow, good quality.
Okay, that's me too. Video encoder, you have H or N Ben C.
Yep.
Recording path. Okay, appearance, stream. I don't understand what this could be. Audio, but okay, that doesn't matter.
See, if I'm telling you, just make your video 1080, 1920, not 2K.
Oh,
you don't have the capabilities for that, bro.
I don't want to believe that.
Let's see, but you lag every time you start recording, which is stupid because you think you would lag from your internet, but if you're lagging from
this is a settings issue.
recording.
This is a settings issue, not anything else, because I streamed and recorded many times, but there's some
I
setting
know it's
difference.
a settings issue, Shiva, but what I'm trying to explain to
There he goes. Did I disconnect? No, he did. Living life as a boss player. Well, we're gonna start in a moment, but we're having some technical challenges. I really need to figure this out. Skip frames due to encoding lag. Let me ChatGPT this.
you is that
You
if you were
just
like, well, folks,
there it is.
I don't know who told Shiva to re-download OBS. Why did you re-download OBS, first of all?
I'm
Gonna ask
asking
you for that.
ChatGPT.
What are you gonna ask it? And you aren't lagging. Well, he says you're not lagging on my stream anyway.
But
Yeah,
you're
Danny, I'm
lagging now. I don't
sorry.
know what.
We're lagging on his stream apparently because of I don't know what. I guess I'm lagging on my side now from what it looks like.
Output recording.
Mm.
Oh no, your internet is lagging.
Yeah, I'm definitely lagging. I don't know what anybody's talking about.
Output. So
I don't really care. The most good stream. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Val. I don't really care, Shiva, because the biggest thing for me is the recording. Honestly, the live is whatever. I don't care about the live that much.
okay, well I'm gonna prioritize live and I can't really unless I pause the live and restart it. That's I think what I'm gonna do because then I can change the settings and actually figure this out. What do you think?
I don't know, but my screen just went black for no reason.
I love it. It's better, but still very bad. Okay, we're gonna.
Shiva, the people are waiting. We got 4 guys watching.
Yeah, but you're lagging
Shiva,
really
just
badly.
yeah, it's gonna look like it on whatever. I don't care. We're just doing this for the recording, Shiva. Who cares? We're gonna get shorts. We're gonna get content if we just so happen to get live streamers
Okay,
or
whatever.
whatever.
Let's
If we don't,
let's
we
just do
don't.
this. You introduce it. We'll continue staying live. I'm just not gonna record the. Well, I'll figure it out later. Okay.
You're not gonna record?
I'm not gonna record. You record. You introduce it, and we'll talk as it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an episode of Scary Hours Podcast. I am your host, DJ Los, and we're here with my very special friend, number one spiritual master, Shiva Kailash Shambho, ladies and gentlemen. And we are here for round 2 of the crypto series. We did an episode a couple of days ago, and we got some good feedback. We got a lot of questions in the Discord server. And so I'm going to attempt to answer as many of those questions as I can, just in case. I told my members that we'll do a live in a couple of days altogether, which I'll probably record that as well. But just in case that doesn't happen, I'll try to answer as many of the questions that they gave me here. That way they can watch this at their own leisure, because all my members are all around the world. We're worldwide, baby. So, yeah, Shiva, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, we should have listened to you. We should have taken your advice that Bitcoin now is going up in price, and you all told us on the Discord, oh, you should buy crypto. You sounded like that one guy. Hey, crypto, please invest. I'm like, nah. And now, looks like I should have invested.
Yeah, so I was telling people back in February, I was basically saying, hey, I paid for this course. It was pretty expensive. The guys that I'm, following, they're very well known people in the space. They know what they're talking about. They've been doing this for 12 years or so, maybe more. Um, but nobody listened at that time because why? Because crypto was down at that time, and so everybody keeps saying, I'm not buying that crap. But just like everything else, now that it's high, now everybody's like, oh, now I want to buy. So that's the first point of contention I just want to bring up. I want to make this very clear. I don't want you guys to buy right now. I wish you didn't buy right now. But since everybody's asking me, I'm just gonna
There goes my friend.
try my best to see what. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to say what I would do if I was in your situation at this point in time. So basically, this is what's going on, Shiva. Like you already stated, first of all, I want to make it known, and I made this known last time. Even I was late back in February. Even February was a little bit late. The real time to get in would have been sometime like back in December of last year. That would have been the optimal time to get in. Um, but I was late for that too, and I got in February of this year. So that was already kind of late, right? The bull market had already started, and it was already halfway through it. So now we only have half the bull market left to go, potentially, depending on a few factors. And so the prices has gone up. Pretty much everything is near all-time highs.
Bitcoin.
And so it's all been low, still high, right? But we're high right now. We're at all-time highs right now. And so for me to tell you oh yeah, this is the time to start buying, no, it really like it's not the optimal time. Like I said, I wish this wasn't the case right now. But we do still have a lot of room to grow potentially. I'm expecting for this bull run to just be the massive upswing is potentially just getting started. So, I mean, you could still make some good plays. And I'm going to try to explain as best as I can what's the best way to do that at this point in time.
So
Chief, anything?
what do you think I should do if I have $100 or more to spend just casually? Well,
Yeah. So basically, this whole thing is going to depend on the amount of money that you have. So if I had a very little bit amount of money, and what I would consider a very little bit amount of money would be anything below $1,000, I would pretty much just put it into one thing. And again, when I say $1,000, that's because for me, lose it all over $1,000. Okay, but it is a thing. Understand that the crypto market is very volatile, and you can lose all of it. So only play with money that you're willing to lose. So if I had $1,000 right now, this is the most likely scenario for that I think is going to play out in the next couple of months is that we'll go up the rest of December, and then in January, I think a nice fat dip. And like Phantom or something risky like meme coin, like Tubi, or even an L1 like PLS or PulseX. If I had anything less than that, I would just put it into a meme coin, honestly.
is
The biggest thing,
Solana a meme coin?
Solana's not a meme coin. No, Solana is actually a coin that has utility. It doesn't have the best reputation, but in terms of stability, like it goes down, it crashes every once in a while. But for some reason, nobody's given up on it. And so what that tells us is that somebody on the inside might know something that we don't. Because normally a network that has crashed as many times as Solana has crashed, it would have disappeared by now. Nobody would be buying it. But for some reason, Solana is doing really good this year. And so the best thing that we can assume is that somebody on the inside knows something we don't. Maybe there's going to be some bug fixes or whatever. For some reason, people haven't given up on it yet. And so it's currently considered like the third safest coin to get into, which is pretty safe out of all the millions of coins that are out there. So if I wanted to just take the safest bet, I would take something like Solana, which at this point I would say on the conservative side, you could probably do like a 5 to 6x on that. Which, you know, if you have $500, that's not going to make you a lot of money, right? That's what's 500 times 500? You know what I'm saying? That's not a lot of money. So, yeah.
All right. Somebody says that you need to pay your internet bill because your thing keeps cutting out. Maybe you can sell some Bitcoin to finance that. So we shouldn't buy anything because the market is quite high, and all the noobs are going and buying coins because now it's at 100 grand and they feel like they're gonna miss out. Oh my God, I'm missing out. I have to buy it. Right? That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. So Bitcoin just broke its all-time highs recently. And so it's making the news. Anytime Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, it hits the news. And then that's when all the NPCs go crazy, like, oh my God, it's in the news. I knew I should have got in. And then they FOMO, right? They get FOMO, the fear of missing out, and then they want to jump in. And so you wanted to jump in when nobody was talking about it, but I'm pretty sure if you have any friends now, because I don't, there's not a single friend, even Paul, even my friend Ali, even all my friends who I talked about in February who all ignored me, they're all coming back and saying, hey man, I just jumped into XRP, I just did this, I just did that.
Oh man.
And I'm like, bro, XRP was dead for years, and that's when you should have got in. But now that XRP has made like a massive move up, now everybody's like, oh, I just jumped into XRP. Okay, well, congratulations. Now you're buying a top. You know, like, does it still have room to grow? Of course, it's still going to grow some more. You know, I'm not saying that there's not a chance there to still potentially, allegedly make some funds, but it's just not best practices. So.
Yeah, my best friend, so-called, he called me one day when XRP was like 80 cents Canadian. He's like, yeah, give me some money, I'll buy it for us. I'm like, okay. I give him 500 bucks. 80 cents Canadian, now it's $2.50 Canadian. So it's more than a double. And I haven't heard from him. So I don't know if he sold or what the hell. I have no way of contacting him. So buddy, hello, please give me my money back or sell. Sell.
No, you still hold on to it. There's still room to grow. I think XRP still has a while to go. There's so many people. I mean, you know, even when I first started, XRP was one of the first coins that I looked into that I thought had potential to be or to go ballistic because it does have such great utility, which is that it's going to become a means for banking to go a lot faster. You know, right now when you send money to your bank, it takes like a day or two for it says pending, and then you got to wait a day or two for it to get authorized, et cetera, et cetera. So that process will be completely gone once XRP gets instituted into the banking system. But the only problem with that is that crypto was supposed to be anti-banking, right? And so if XRP was designed to like help bankers, kind of goes against the whole movement, right? And so I bought some because I knew that it would pump because everybody was so hype about it. But I'm really against it in terms of in terms of principle. So I just tripled my money and I got out of it. Basically, is what I did.
Wow, I feel very sad that I missed out on all this. Uh, so looks like do I have to wait another 4 years for this to start falling down, for the bear market to come, so I can start buying?
No, so actually, Shiva, like you actually aren't as bad as the people who are asking me now. How long ago did you ask me to jump in?
A couple months ago.
A couple of months ago. So at that time, actually, you got really lucky because of all the geopolitical issues that were going on at the time. It caused the price to crash a considerable amount. And like I told you in the last episode, you bought in at this almost at the same price that I did for Solana. So you didn't miss anything basically. The only problem that you have is I got in February. You got in what?
Yeah, March or something. Somebody on my
October. So October, yeah, you're not going to end the year. Go ahead.
yeah, you're just cut out. Yeah, yeah, okay, I get it.
Somebody in your thing saying.
Somebody says, Ozma says, Shiva looks like a grandma in a knitting club. Might be my glasses.
Yes, he was trying to protect his vision apparently. So
It's nighttime,
whatever.
my friends. These are blue light glasses. It's not, I can see perfectly well. 2020, hello. But it also adds to the level of sophistication. Like, yes, please. The books are over there, young man.
The books are over there. Yeah, so basically let's talk to somebody. I'm gonna talk from the point of view of somebody who has like let's say $5,000 and up. Okay. If you have $5,000 and up, like I said, I would put at least 30 to 40% in something safe like Ethereum or Solana. That way you have a pretty good chance of if everything goes to crap, Ethereum and Solana will likely hold up, and then you'll at least be able to if you let's say Solana or Ethereum triples, then with that 30% that you put in from your total capital, you'll get your $5,000 back just off of that one coin, right? And then so you have 70% left to play with, and you can put that into riskier things. Um, and then the idea though is that the riskier the coin, then the more multiples you can make on it. Like I said, so with Solana, conservatively, I would say you could do like a 5 to 6x. With Ethereum, probably like a 4 to 5x. Um, but then if you go to the riskier coins, you can do 8, 10, 20, 100x, depending on which coin you choose.
I'm looking at the market cap right now. So it goes number one, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Tether, Solana, BNB, Dogecoin, and
Yeah.
Cardano. Dogecoin is number seven.
Yeah. So Dogecoin has gone up a lot because
Yeah, time to buy some crypto. Crypto. Carlos hasn't paid his internet connection or internet bill, so they're punishing him. This is a lesson for all you folks. Pay your internet bill so that this doesn't happen to you. Let's see. Somebody who asks, my question is that what's the name of the crypto? Last time I chipped. A crypt isn't a great thing. Crypto, interesting. Cryptography. I don't know. If you got, oh, something that I've heard, my friends, is the Haktua coin. That's a very valuable investment. Just kidding. Haktua. You gotta buy that. It's gonna be the next dollar. It's gonna be the next American-backed financial thing. It's gonna be just as valuable as the dollar. Haktua. Everybody knows that.
still there, Shiva.
Oh, there you go.
You still there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you
I
talking about?
stopped live streaming. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking about the valuable properties of a Haktua coin. But please.
Yeah. So Hawk Tua could make some money. There's actually two coins. I think one of them's called Hawk and one of them's called Tua. I forget which one my coach got into, but he's into one of them, and he expects it to make some money on that. So I don't know which one it is,
Wow.
but
Okay.
there's potential. And go ahead.
I'm gonna take crypto more seriously just because of this conversation. Number one. And number two, I'm gonna listen to you more. So when you say something, I'm gonna pretty much do it. So yeah. So what do you say? What should I do? If let's say 100
So
bucks.
so like I said, the first things you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get into the top three exchanges that are in your country. So I'll just go on Google and type in top three crypto exchanges in XYZ country that I'm in. And then just download those three apps on your phone. You have to fill out an application probably on all of them, put in your birth, your name, your social, your address, all that stuff, because they're regulated. They put money into them. Now, if you had $100, you may not need three. You may just need one.
What a amazing live stream today, my friends.
And because again, if you only have $100, I wouldn't tell you.
Let's see. Lowe's replaced them AAA batteries. Yeah, he needs to replace his modem's batteries, bro. Did you ever focus on what was before you were born while meditating? Yes, I did.
You did. You still can't hear me, Shiva?
You're lagging quite severely. Danny says that you need to replace your modem's AAA batteries. Maybe that'll give you a nice boost.
I don't know what's going on because I stopped. I'm not even streaming anymore. I'm just literally only recording
Mm,
at this point.
it's that Haktua energy, bro. It gets you.
I'll do it, I
So
guess.
I already have an exchange. So what coins should I buy and what do I need to look out for? Bitcoin went down, by the way. It's at 99,000 now. So does that mean that it's a good time to buy because people are gonna probably try to buy more so that it goes up to 100 grand?
So I mean, if it goes from 99 to 100 grand, that's not a lot of money. There's I wouldn't call that an opportunity as far as Bitcoin is concerned.
Oh,
What we're expecting is a 20% dip in January. So if you really are hell bent on waiting for a dip, I would say the first 2 weeks in January is the time to do that. And I would consider to be the absolute last chance you have to get into crypto.
wow. Okay, you heard it here,
Like,
folks. Last chance to get into crypto, probably for this 4-year cycle, is in January. Hello.
yep. And then after that, you're gonna have to wait another 4 years. So
So I'm looking at the market capital. It's $1 billion. Am I reading that correctly? Couple of hundred? No, it's 1 trillion. Is that right?
probably,
It's close to $2 trillion. Does that mean that $2 trillion have been put into buying Bitcoin?
yeah, probably.
Oh, Jesus. All right, that's pretty good. Okay. And what coin should I buy? Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP?
So, so like I said, it just depends on the amount of money you have. If you have a little bit of money, if
Mhm.
you had a tiny bit of money, and again, this is not personalized financial advice. I'm just saying what I would do. If I had a tiny bit of money, I would basically say, look, this is a tiny bit of money. I don't care about losing it. I'm going to put it into something risky so that I could try to make a bunch of X's off of it. Personally, if I had that small amount of money, like a couple hundred, I would put it into something like PLS or PLSX. The only thing that it's hard to buy those coins because you can't buy those on centralized exchanges, like the app that you have on your phone, you can't buy it on there. You have to get a MetaMask and you have to go to a decentralized exchange to
I'm not
swap
doing
out
that.
some
I'm not
coins.
doing any of that.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's a potential there for a lot, like double digit returns on that one. Like you could do a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x, whatever, if you do that one. Above that, I would say maybe something like I said, like is it? I forgot if it's Toby or Tubi or something like that, um, or something like a Pepe coin or a Phantom or an Illuvium. Illuvium actually might be a good one in the gaming space. Um, that's another one. And then if you just want to be safe, I would say Solana or Ethereum. And so every coin I just gave you, I just went from riskiest with the most amount of X's potential, and I went up the list to the safest with the least amount of return potential.
Okay. So Solana it is. And I'm going to be looking at the CoinMarketCap website much more often because money.
Yeah, and so what I would say is if you look at the coins, if you decide which one you want to get, I would say go on coingecko.com, type in that coin, and it'll tell you all the exchanges that currently have that coin where you can purchase it. And I would just download that particular app if you're only going to do one coin, basically.
Wow. So let's say that you want to pass on your knowledge about crypto and you don't have a lot of time on Earth. Uh, what would you tell me, a young student for the long term? Well, give me some long term advice.
So I'll say long term, the biggest thing for you to know is that custody. So crypto is all about self custody. There's the concept of centralized money and decentralized money, right? And crypto was created to be decentralized because banks are centralized, right? So, like, basically, you put your money in a bank, they make all the rules, they raise rates, interest rates, they lower interest rates, they print more money, they print less money, they do whatever they want with your money essentially, right? And you can't do nothing about it. But with crypto, it's supposed to be decentralized, and the rules are already preset by each coin, and so you get to decide which crypto you want to invest in, right? Depending on what rules that coin already has. Okay, and so with something like Bitcoin, it's basically it's decentralized. There's no inflation. There's a limited supply, so the price can only ever go up as long as people keep buying it. And so those rules make it way better than banking, right? But the only downside is that you're not protected, right? Like if you forget your password for your bank account, you can just click forgot password. You got your email there, they'll send you your password, right? You can't do that with crypto. So you're going to have to look up on how to be a proper custodian of your wallet and of your coins. So the first step I would say for that is to you have your centralized exchanges, which, like, in the United States, like the most famous ones like Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken, etc. If you have your coins on those exchanges, it's just like having it in a bank because those are companies. They can get sued if they do something illegal, and then if they get sued, the owner may just run to another country with all your money, right? So you're not really you're not doing self custody at that point. So what I would tell everybody for the long term, you more than likely will have to buy on a centralized exchange, but you want to take your money off the centralized exchange and onto a decentralized exchange. And the most famous one is MetaMask. So that's step one, Shiva. I would tell you specifically, download yourself a MetaMask, send all your coins off of your app and send it to MetaMask. That's number one. If that's a software wallet, that's called a hot wallet, right? The good thing about it is that it's your wallet. So let's say if your exchange goes down, then your coins are safe because it's in your MetaMask and nobody can shut that down, right? The bad thing though is that it's still an internet connected wallet, and so it's still on your computer. So let's say if your computer is compromised somehow, let's say you have some malware that's recording all your keystrokes on your computer, which that can happen quite often. Every time you put in your password and your key phrases and all that and your passphrases, somebody could be tracking that and they can get access to your coins. So the safest thing to do, the next level up of security, is getting a hardware wallet. Okay, and a hardware wallet is basically this piece of hardware. I wish I could show you mine. See if I have it here somewhere. Yep, it looks like this. See this? This is a hardware wallet. This is a Trezor. And so you see it has a USB, right? And so all my coins, I have a bunch of these. They're in stuff like this. Okay? And the good thing about that is that it's not connected to the internet. So that lowers the risk considerably of somebody being able to get access to them. They wouldn't be able to get access to my coins unless I actually have it connected and they know my passphrase and whatever, right? So that lowers my risk in that scenario.
Well, if you plug in that to your computer and type in the password, isn't that the same thing as being online on the MetaMask?
So it's going to depend on the hardware wallet you have, because the hardware wallet has passphrases, number one, just like any other wallet, which number one, they would have to get that. Then there's a PIN code that you also have to use on the hardware wallet, which it would be kind of hard for them to get that if your computer was compromised, because every time you connect your hardware wallet to your computer, the model that I have at least, it randomizes the placement of the numbers to enter my PIN. And so if somebody was tracking my keystrokes or my mouse pad, they wouldn't know what button I was pressing because it's randomized every time I plug it in.
Okay.
And I know that might be hard to conceptualize right now, but just
Yeah. Well, I probably won't be doing that because I'm just planning to invest in crypto right now for the short term meaning a couple months or a year, and then sell it in the beginning of the summer. But in the long term, if I do start planning to buy some crypto and hold it on for 5 years, 10 years, then definitely I'll get a physical wallet just like that.
mm-hmm.
And Solana is probably the one that I'm going to be buying more of in January. So once I get some more Solana, when should I sell? Uh, Both in a number price and also like some prediction of when the highest peak will be on this.
So I would say, like I said, these are never guarantees, right? These are just probabilities. These are just what most people are thinking. Most people would tell you that Solana could do anywhere between like a 5 to 7 or 8x of what it is right now, right? But the thing is that you don't want to just sit there and just wait and say, okay, I'm going for the 8x. So I'm just gonna sit here and just keep my hands on my lap until it hits the 8x, and then I'll take it out. No, that's not the way you want to do it. You want to have some sort of an exit strategy, okay? And my personal exit strategy, which was taught to me by my guys, who I'm trying to get an affiliate link with them that I can share with you guys, so you guys could join their courses. They have a lot of different ways of being able to tell when a coin has peaked out, a bunch of charts, a bunch of graphs, a bunch of on-chain data. That they're professionals at this. It's like you and Sadhguru type of stuff, Shiva. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, like with me and them. I do know what they taught me, but they know a lot more than I do. So that's the first part. The second part is you can just do, like I told you in the last video, you can just simply just put every time you triple your money, you take out a third, and whatever taxes you're going to owe on that third. So I would say every time you triple or quadruple, take out a third and the taxes, and just leave the rest in and let it run. And when you triple again, take out that third and the taxes, and just keep doing that every single time you triple your money. That's probably the simplest thing to do.
Yeah, imagine if there was some super large building that could print plastic rectangles that have value, and they just do it on command. They just print as much as you want. At the same time, they want to take money away from the common folks. Why are they doing that, huh? Why are you doing that? Why can't you just let me have my own money? No, 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 no. Can't have too much of that. Too much freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. And so basically, that's one of the things that's good and bad about this particular cycle. So you know, and I know, and everybody knows in out there that every 4 years, people have been making a crap ton of money on crypto. Because the price shoots up massively every 4 years, but then it also takes like a 90% dip. Then it took like an 80% dip, then it took like a 60% dip. The dips keep going down smaller and smaller, but the problem is that all of that movement was just from a bunch of nerdy people on the internet, right? They were the one causing the price to shoot up massively, and they were the ones who were causing the dips. But the problem is that this year it's going to be even harder because Wall Street has now entered into crypto. I don't know if you know what that means, but basically large financial institutions, the same ones who are currently into stocks and bonds and all that, they're the ones that sell you your stocks and bonds, right? They buy them off the market and then they sell them to you. But the problem with that is that because they hold such a large supply, because they have so much money to begin with, they can make the price go up and make you think, oh, I should jump in. And then they could take it all out and then make you lose all your money. So when you have that amount of money that they have, they can manipulate markets. And they've now they were staying out of crypto this whole time because they thought it was just a fad. But they finally realized that it's here to stay. And so they've jumped in this year. And so there's two sides to that coin. Basically, on one side, that's good because I got in before they did. You got in before they did, mainly, and most of you guys are getting in before they did. Even right now, they've already got a substantial amount now, but yeah, once they get a majority of their position in, then they'll be able to manipulate the crypto market like they manipulate the stock market as well.
So, give me your prediction. Let's say how many years it's going to take for the next dip to go and the best time to buy crypto in the next couple of years.
So again, not financial advice, not guarantees. We have no idea. But what we're doing right now, we're sticking with the game plan that's always the same pattern that's always been occurring for the past like 3 or 4 cycles. Every 4 years, there's 2 years of up and 2 years of down. So if that plays out this year, basically anytime between June and like October, there'll be a crash again. That's and for so we're going to plan for that crash, and you should be basically mostly out of most of your coins by that time. You maybe want to leave maybe like a small bag in there just in case it doesn't crash. Maybe leave like 20% in there. But that's the game plan. That's what we're still thinking is the most likely scenario. And then you would have to wait 2 years for the crash to finish, for it to go as low as it possibly can. And then you take your profits from the last cycle and put them back into the market at that point. That's the most likely scenario.
So, remind me again, when is the crash?
So it could happen anytime between as early as June of next year or like end of next year, sometime around that time.
So between summer and winter next year. Got it.
That's the pattern that's been happening. But the problem is, like I told you in the last video, the things that are happening this cycle have never happened before. The 4-year cycle and the 2 years up, 2 years up, 2 years down thing has been happening with just the nerdy people who buy crypto. But now you got financial institutions buying crypto. You got the United States buying crypto. You got El Salvador buying crypto. Countries, states. Big players are now entering the space, and so we might not have a big dip this time. Maybe it'll just go to the moon this time forever. And so that's actually the part that I'm most afraid of at this point, is that, we get to that end of the year next year and like my money's way up and I'm like, oh my God, okay, like I don't want to get too greedy. I'm going to sell right here. I'm like, because there's supposed to be a crash. It's supposed to be. And then let's say I sell, and then the crash never happens because the United States decided to say, you know what, we're just going to buy all of it, and we're just going to send this thing to Mars. and then I'm gonna be out, right? I'll be out of it, and then I'll be like, damn, I should have stayed in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's my biggest fear this particular cycle. This cycle, my biggest fear is not how low it's gonna crash. My biggest fear now is what if there isn't a crash, or what if the crash is not anywhere as big as it's supposed to be,
Yeah. Well,
and I just completely miss out.
I'll give you some spiritual advice or some predictions. Predictions are just
Mm.
that, predictions based on some I'm feeling the air, but it could be wrong. I think that's not going to happen, or it's very unlikely that the banks or big players are going to start investing in this. I think, generally speaking, we're going to be safe until 2036. That's the cutoff. Because human beings are still untrustworthy of technology and crypto, Bitcoin, what is that? What is that? So that's unlikely. So you still have some time before these things are going to start tempering down. But yeah, I definitely strongly see myself investing in some coins. Like, back in the day, some people got exchanged Bitcoin for pizza and then they lost their computer, which is a tragedy. Okay, the guy would have been a multimillionaire. But I'm gonna do the same. Not my lose my crypto, but I'm gonna buy coins that okay, and I'm gonna buy this coin. I'm gonna hold on for 10, 20 years or however long, so that I can hold it on for a very long time when it really explodes, not a short-term investment.
Yeah, so I'll say two things about what you just said. My coaches pretty much said what you just said. Basically, they don't believe that it's going to be this cycle where things basically never crash again. They think it might be at the earliest next cycle or the cycle after that. So you might have another 4 to 8 years before that happens.
Mm,
But I do want to correct a little bit of what you said. You said that before the big financial institutions get in, they're in now.
mm,
They're in. They're in. The only thing that we don't know is have they decided to just use this as a like quick like cash grab where they're gonna just get in, let it go up a little bit, and then sell all of it, which would cause the dump that I'm talking about,
hmm.
or are they getting in because they're saying like, no, this is the future of money, and we're just gonna buy and hold forever.
Wow.
That's what we don't know. You get what I'm saying? And like you said, as far as I can tell, everyone is still very skeptical of crypto, even though it is catching on. I think if you Google it right now, the current usage of crypto worldwide is like less than 6% worldwide. So like it's still on the fringes of society, but it's coming out. And the thing is that, like I said, I don't know once because Donald Trump has promised to make the United States start buying crypto as a country. To me, if that happens, I think all bets are off. It could go parabolic at that point. Then the United States does it, then China does it, then Russia does it, then all the world's biggest economies do it, and then we don't know. It could just go nuts. So I'm
Mm.
I'm very very fearful at that point of missing out. But that's why, like I said, at the worst case scenario, when I do take if I do take out my money, um, I'm gonna first of all sign up for the course again that I took last February or this past February. I'm gonna sign up for that course. They'll be able to tell me with much more certainty whether I should take it out or not. And then in either case, if I take it out, if I do take it out, I'm gonna leave at least 20% in there just in case it doesn't dip. So
How much was the course that you paid for? I remember you telling me initially, and I almost flipped out. Why are you spending so much money on this?
I forgot if it was 1,100. I think it was 1,100 or $1,500. Don't quote me on that. And it could change. If crypto goes crazy next year, they might say, "Hey, look, we made you guys a lot of money. Now it's going to be $3,000." So don't quote me on that. But that's around what I paid for the last course.
Yeah. Let's read some comments here. Mm. Danny says I should shave it all off. That's how I find true enlightenment. Any ghost stories or UFO stories?
The
Yeah,
heck are they talking about?
I got some, but not for this stream, I guess. Talking about money, how to buy yourself some bread. That's the essence of money and finances, is how to feed yourself. First is how to feed
Yes.
yourself, then lifestyle change.
Yeah, so I would say for any, everybody who's in my Discord right now, they're all like, they're all, I'm trying to ask them without getting too personal. Like, hey, how much are you actually trying to invest? And I haven't heard anything like substantial. Everybody's like, oh, if you had $100, what would you do if you had $300, $500? I'm like, bro, you're not gonna make any money. But I'm glad that people are getting interested. So if anything, I would just look at this cycle for you and for them as like this is like your educational. This is where you get your education, right? You're gonna get in this cycle. You're gonna make a couple bucks. You're gonna kind of get an idea of how the exchanges work, how transferring from wallet to wallet works, how getting in and getting out, right? Like cashing out. What does that process look like? What are the taxes? How do the taxes work? How does self custody work? Hardware, software, wallets. How to do decentralized exchanges? How to swap coins? You're gonna focus on learning that this cycle because you guys are all talking about playing with very little bit amounts of money right now. So it's not going to change your life, basically.
Yeah. I'm gonna invest more. I'm gonna plan so that when I reach my 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, I'll have a lot more money invested in crypto as well as stocks and anything else so that I can ride this for a long time when I
Yeah, and so the idea is to do this. Like the guys that I follow, their idea, they have this concept called cultivate crypto, right? And what they mean by that is basically, some people have this notion where they're gonna buy crypto, they're gonna make a bunch of money, they're gonna sell it back to their currency in their country, and then they're just gonna have that money in cash, right? What my guys advocate is, yeah, sure, do that with some of it, but also at the same time take some of your money and just buy and hold Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the one that's gonna go mainstream first, and that's the one that the countries are trusting. Like United States is gonna buy, Salvador buying, Russia buying, China might buy, like, you know. So that's the one you really want to grow long term. So in your case, Shiva, what you're gonna do is you're gonna, put your money right now. You have some in Solana. You'll take some out for cash, just to do whatever you want with. You'll take some out for taxes, and then the rest of it, you're going to use that to buy Bitcoin essentially, or you'll use that to reinvest for the next 4 year cycle, basically.
Wow.
And the other thing that I want to let people know is to look up and Google what it means to DCA. That's another big thing that I want people to learn about. DCA means dollar cost average. So the last thing that you want to try to do is time the market. Okay, nobody knows what's going to happen. Wars break out at all times. Coups happen. Unaliving attempts happen all the time. Random things around the world happen. You don't want to try to time the market. So the best way to get around that is to dollar cost average, right? So you take your money and let's say you have $10,000 you want to spend on crypto. I would say if you get in at the right time, maybe put in like 40-50% in at once if you get in at the bottom of the market. But then the rest of the 50%, you put in a little bit at a time every time there's a dip. So anytime you see like a 10% dip, just put a little bit, put the of your remaining cash, put a little bit in. It goes up a little bit. You see another dip, put a little bit more in. Goes up a little bit. If you see a dip, put a little bit more in. That's dollar cost averaging.
Interesting.
So please look up that concept, watch some YouTube videos on it, and why that's the safest method of allocating your assets into any investment. That works with everything: stocks, bonds, crypto, forex. That works in pretty much every scenario.
Hmm. Wow. It's a lot. Well, we got 11 people watching. Shout out to you if you're joining our discussion. And yeah, my plan is to make a substantial amount of money and buy real estate, buy some land. It's the first hard investment I want to make. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically what the game plan is. Like if we do get this crash, right, like this massive crash, like we've always been getting, then that's exactly what you do. You take your money out and you park it into some actual physical asset, like a house or whatever, and then you hold that, let the value of that go up for 4 years, then you sell it, and then you take that money and you reinvest it into crypto. That's been the game plan for the last bunch of cycles. But like I said, this cycle, we don't know. Like I said, it could just go up forever. And I want everybody to look up these things that I'm talking about, about the Trump, saying that he's going to buy crypto for the U.S. reserves, all the countries that are planning on buying crypto, all the countries that are making laws around crypto currently, like all the senators that are pro-crypto now, all the governors that are pro-crypto now. You guys really have to get into the world of, finding this information out so you can get an idea of what the sentiment is in the market.
Absolutely. I want to start a horizontal live stream simultaneously with a vertical live stream to test it for the first time.
Try it out, see what happens.
I think it's pretty much concluded.
So, any other questions, Shiva, in terms of that, how that goes?
Yeah, I mean, let me think. Crypto is about money. I mean, yeah, crypto is about money, and money is about food. Very important to invest in food and money. And yeah, man, I wish I invested this.
Let me say this. All right, so I forget this one more other thing that I want everybody to understand. So, the different categories in crypto. Okay, so you have your utility coins, and then you have your meme coins. Okay, Bitcoin's utility coin, it solves a problem. Ethereum's a utility coin, it solves a problem. Solana's a utility coin, it solves a problem. Then you're gonna have things like Phantom and Sonic, they solve a problem. And there's different sectors, right? Like you have your gaming. You're definitely lagging now, Shiva. You have your gaming sectors, and you have your AI sectors. So some good coins, I would say, for gaming. A good coin for gaming right now that I would like to get into at this price is Illuvium. The symbol for that one is ILV. You can, if you're in the States, you can get that on crypto.com. For AI, I would get some Fetch or ASI, depending on what it's called when you open up your account. For layer 1, I would get something like Phantom. That's going to turn into Sonic sometime probably this month. Those are some good coins to look at. And then for meme coins, you can look into stuff like Ponke or Pepe or Tubi and things of that nature.
Or the Haktua. I'm just kidding. That never put your money in there.
I'm telling you, my coach put some money in there recently. He thinks, but again, he's looking at it as like, he'll put a small amount in just to see what happens. Basically, he's not going crazy with it. But in this bull run that's about to happen, if Bitcoin and the United States really starts doing what it says it's going to do, everything's going to go up. Right, it's like you said last time. Bitcoin is like the tide that rises all ships, right? So even Tua would go up in that scenario.
Yeah, I think it's also important and wise to pay attention to the situations in the political sphere and the social sphere. When things go wrong, that's the best time to buy. Like, for example, in 2008, when this whole thing was,
crashing.
yeah.
And that's what I want everybody to understand. Everything that I'm saying is if everything goes perfectly, right? Which that's never a guarantee. We don't ever know who's going to start a war with who. We don't know what Trump's going to do. We don't know what Russia's going to do. We don't know what Korea's going to do. We don't know what Iran's going to do. We don't know what Hamas is going to do. We don't know what Israel's going to do. We don't know we don't know none of it. We don't know nothing. Okay, so please, this is why, you know, on my scroller here on my account, it says do your own research. Right? We're here just for entertainment purposes. We're just giving you what we think is the, well, not, I mean, let me not involve Shiva. I'm giving you what I think is the most likely scenario based off of what my coaches are telling me. But even they would tell me the same thing. They would say, look, at the end of the day, you're the one who buys, you're the one who sells. It's your responsibility. If something goes wrong, if World War III breaks out and you lose all your money, do not come crying to me, okay? You press the button, you're a big man, you're in charge of your own financial situation. So I want to make that very clear to all of you.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
do not know the future.
Yeah, in 2008 when the financial market crashed, that was a perfect buying opportunity. If you had money, buy houses at a 80% discount. And similarly here, when things are going good, when there's no wars, everything is peaceful and calm, everything naturally goes up. When things start happening badly, people withdraw their money because scarcity and you need to buy food first and foremost. So Bitcoin goes out the window. So pay attention to that, my friends, and buy when everybody else is selling and sell when everybody else is buying. So everybody now is buying Bitcoin. That's a perfect time to sell. All right. So yeah.
Yeah, if you would have got in last December, this would have been a good time to sell, but most people didn't, right? Because at that time it was super low. Everybody thought, oh, crypto's dead, it's never coming back. So they missed that boat, right? And so now we're playing a different game, which is everything in my opinion is riding on Trump, Orange Man. If he does everything right, gets us out of every war. Let's say he brokers peace between Russia and Ukraine. He brokers peace between Hamas and Israel. He broke, you know, he fixed the situation with Iran. He brokers peace with whatever, with all these different countries. Then yeah, we have massive upside coming. But if he messes that up, then you know we could lose it all. But I personally, you know, I'm a Orange Man fan, so I'm betting the house that he's gonna get everything right. And I mean, if you look at it, he just recently he's not even he didn't even take office yet, and he just recently he came out with a picture with him and Zelensky and the president of France. He's already making deals happen. So we don't know what the conversation was, but he's already wheeling and dealing. He's not even waiting to get into office yet before he's already doing. So hopefully, like I said, when I see that, that's very encouraging for me. I'm like, okay, he's taking this thing seriously. He's already trying to broker peace deals between these countries, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna figure out. Like I even told you, even Putin, he's on record saying that he feels like Trump is a smart man and that he's gonna figure out a good deal to get everybody, make both sides relatively happy. And so, like I said, yeah. So if all those things end, that'll be another major catalyst for things to pump majorly.
Yeah. I saw this little video of Trump meeting with the French president, and he was, let me shake your hand like this. Let me shake your hand. He's trying to
Yeah,
dominate him, and the guy's like, oh.
yeah, he's always got to AMOG them all the time.
And
Yeah, the one I saw was with the president of France and Zelensky there. I don't know if did you see Zelensky there too or no?
no.
Yeah, I saw the one where there was all three of them. God only knows what they were talking about, but I'm pretty sure he was trying to figure out a deal, right?
Yeah, also
Yeah.
there's some talk, I don't know, it might actually happen that United States and Canada might merge. So someone said this to me. I don't even know. I think someone on live or something. He said, yeah, it could happen. They can merge, and if Canada's really quarreling, then we can divide it by half. It'll be two different states, left side and right side. I'm down for it. Let's go.
I think Trump said that actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I think I saw a reel or something weird because Trump is basically threatening everybody with tariffs. And so he was saying, "Oh, if you're so afraid of my tariffs, then just join the United States, just become part of our country."
Yeah, wow, maybe that's his plan altogether. I want to shout out to Danny, my YouTube subscriber, someone that does funny videos of me sometimes. He gave me a super chat, $1, $2, and he's said that I need to buy some Bitcoin with this. It'll go to my bank account and I'll buy cryptocurrency with that, guaranteed. And when it multiplies by 1,000, well, I'll buy an orphanage or something. But
Yeah,
seriously, I
so
appreciate it. Thank you, Danny.
I would say, I think as a kind of like a closing statement, I know right now everybody's just looking at crypto as like a quick money grab situation, but I would say is educate yourself on the technology, especially Bitcoin, especially Ethereum. I would say it's those two main ones. I would say really educate yourself and decide for yourself. I personally have come to the conclusion that it is the future. Even Putin the other day, he made a speech and he said, "Look, nobody can stop this train anymore. It's left the station. No country can stop it. No hackers can stop it. It's the future of money, and so it's in everyone's best interest to just buy as much as you can and hold it forever."
Yeah.
And that's what I plan on doing. So, if you don't currently feel that way, if you still think, "Oh, this is stupid. It's this digital money," it's not really, it's just numbers in a on the screen. If you feel that way, then I feel sorry for you. I would seriously consider educating yourself more on the subject and start looking up podcasts and documentaries on these subjects and get really educated on people who really know what this technology really represents and what it could mean for the future of finance. So,
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Somebody says that Shiva, you won't get rich off crypto. I'm sorry. This is like the Dunning-Kruger effect. I don't know what that
what
means.
is what is Dunning-Kruger effect?
Let me Google it. What is Dunning-Kruger effect?
Tell
Dunning-Kruger
that guy,
effect
whoever he is, to oh, go ahead.
is a cognitive bias that causes people to overestimate their abilities or knowledge in a specific area. Often caused by lack of self-awareness, which prevents people from accurately assessing their own skills.
Yeah, so basically he's just trying to use smart buzzwords to make himself feel intelligent. But this could be the opposite of the Dunning-Kruger effect in his case. Maybe he needs to educate himself. Maybe he doesn't have enough education to realize that Bitcoin and crypto is the future of money. So,
Crappy Blonde asks or says, France seems to be in deep social and political troubles of late. Maybe that's why Trump is meeting them. Yeah, France. I've seen some news with France. They're not doing so hot. They have like revolutions or something.
yeah,
Not
so
good.
I want to address what that guy said. So let me help somebody understand this real quick, okay? Like Shiva said, when Bitcoin first came out, there was a guy who gave up like 3 Bitcoin to buy a pie of pizza. Okay, and so that means it was like worth $5 at the time or something like that, right? That was just like 10, 15 years ago. Okay, and everybody since then has been calling this a fad. They've been saying, "Oh, this is the Dunning-Kruger effect," whatever, whatever. Now, how much is one Bitcoin? $100,000
Wow.
for one, and it's been 12, 15 years since this has been going on. And I want everybody to understand this. If you look at the Bitcoin chart, yes, it goes up, yes, it goes down. But what I want everybody to understand this. When it goes up higher than it did the last cycle. And when it goes down, it goes up, it doesn't go as far down as it did the last cycle. So it has higher highs and higher lows every cycle. Does that make sense, Shiva? So even if you sit there and wait through, if you, let's say you don't want to, like, you're like, oh, I don't care about the dip. I'm just gonna wait it out. You'll never go, like, for example, the Bitcoin is probably not going to go below 60,000, 70,000 next cycle, even with the dip. You understand what I'm saying? And the last dip was 15,000. So the floor last cycle was 15. The floor this cycle, the coming cycle, is going to be 60 probably. Again, not financial advice, not guaranteed, but that's what the smart people are saying. So then, yeah, whatever. It's not gonna. It goes up and it goes down, but it never goes down. Like every time it goes down, it's a higher down. I don't know. I don't know how else to say that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So overall, it's just getting more adoption. You got to think it's because what? Like right now, we're living in the age where we still got all the boomers, right? All the boomers who don't understand technology, they're still pretty much the ones that hold the most of the money. But after this cycle, after two or three more cycles, those boomers are going to be gone. And then the people who are going to have the most of the money are going to be people my age and your age. And they'll understand how to use the technology, and it'll just catch on more and more and more and more. So you want to call it the Dunning-Kruger effect? Tell that to El Salvador, tell that to Pennsylvania, tell that to Russia, tell that to the United States. They're all buying it. Tell that to all the financial institutions like BlackRock and, JP Morgan, all of them. You think you're smarter than they are? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, you're a clown. Stay broke forever.
Yeah, he says he's not saying crypto won't catch on. Danny asks, in a potential grid bye-bye, could we still access our wallets? I think that's
No.
that's too far for.
No. I'll give you the answer to that. So if you had a what do they call it, like an EMP attack, obviously all the computers would go down, right? No problem. But guess what? All it would take is for somebody to eventually turn a computer on, and I'm sure, right? Eventually they'll get electricity back on. And as soon as they do, so all somebody has to do is run the crypto network again, and everything will be back online. So again, there's no.
I was thinking about these apocalypse scenarios and what to invest. Is gold worth buying? After I thought about gold, is probably not the best thing to buy, because if actually something does happen, you could probably exchange a coin of gold maybe for a few water bottles, because that's how much water is going to be worth. A few $1,000s. There, just take a coin. I'm freaking dying. You want to have land. You want to have food, trees. You want to grow your own food. That's the thing to get in an apocalypse. The last thing you should be thinking about, I need to withdraw my crypto, buddy. You got bigger fish to fry. You got bigger problems than that.
People, and that's the thing, is that people go to these extreme scenarios, like, oh, what if World War III breaks out? Like, bro, if World War III breaks out, who cares about your crypto? Your life's gonna probably end.
Yeah.
That means nuclear bombs are getting shot at left and right, and we're all going.
Yeah.
We're all going to hell, basically.
That's
at that
also
point.
not the time to withdraw your crypto. That's a time to buy. World War III, time to buy. Don't sell.
Exactly.
Unless you really need food, then maybe sell. Let's see. Crappy Blonde says or asks, what about insights on Elon's crypto? I read some time ago Elon started his own.
Nope, no, he did not. So basically, what happened was Elon was he put out a couple of tweets at the time saying that he wanted to give some of his developers, that obviously crypto Elon has a bunch of engineers, right? Software engineers, all sorts of engineers for all of the companies that he has. Obviously, they're the best engineers in the world. He does the biggest things in the world. He was in talks with the engineers of Doge, and he said he kind of like alluded to the fact that, like, hey, I kind of like the code that you guys did, but I think my engineers could make it even better. And so that's what made crypto pump. That's what made Doge pump last time, was when Elon started to back it, where it looked like he was going to back it. As far as we know, he never actually went through with that deal where he put his engineers behind it. But the problem is that he's still tweeting about it. Like even 4 or 5 years later, he's still throwing little hints. Like if you look at his Twitter account right now, one of his last tweets was him posting Doge. He posted a picture of Doge and like if it was like a sandstorm that was like spreading all over the land.
Yeah.
And he just posted that picture for no reason. And it's like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? And so most crypto bros are taking that as a sign that he's saying like, hey, don't worry guys. Like I know I made a couple of promises. I haven't forgotten. I'm still here. You know, and like I said, his new Department of Government Efficiency that he's gonna be, that's his position in the United States government now. I don't think that's a coincidence. Do you think that's a coincidence, Shiva, that he named his department the Department of Doge? I don't think so, right? So to me, I see a bright future for Doge potentially. That's why I got into it. Luckily, I got into it like around 10 cents, a little bit before 10 cents, according to what my coaches told me to do. And now it's at 40 something cents. So boom, right? I've already tripled my money on that as well. And we're expecting it to at the very least, go to $1. So that'll be a nice 10x at that point, if it does what it's supposed to do. And that's just off of regular news. Now imagine, we got this Doge thing. Imagine Elon Musk finally says, okay, I'm finally sending my engineers to, fix up the code and make it better. Then it'll go to $2, $3, you never know.
Yeah, that's the second coin I'm gonna invest in once the bubble pops a little bit is Doge.
And then you also have the potential. My coaches said that out of all the meme coins that exist, Doge is the first one that would probably get an ETF. Okay, and what I want people to understand about an ETF, and I tried to explain this in the last video, but it gives more people access to get into crypto, because basically what it means is that you can buy. It's an exchange traded fund. That's what an ETF is, right? So currently, right now, if you want to buy Bitcoin or any kind of crypto, you have to download a crypto exchange, right? But imagine telling your grandmother right now to download a crypto exchange. She's not going to do it. She's not going to know how to do it. She's not going to know nothing, right? But if you have an ETF of a certain coin, now she can buy it in her 401k, in her retirement account. You get what I'm saying? And if she in most cases, these people, these boomers, they don't manage their own funds. They don't pick and choose the stocks that are in their retirement account. They have a money manager that they pay. And he is the one that's telling them, okay, you should put 10% here, 10% in that sector, 10% in that sector, whatever. And I'm pretty sure the more that crypto catches on, they're going to start telling them, yeah, you should have at least some exposure to crypto in your retirement account. And so every time a coin gets an ETF, it gives grandma and grandpa and the people that, have these large sums of money, like, it gives them the opportunity to buy these coins without having to use the technology that we currently have to use downloading these crypto exchanges. You know what I'm saying? They could just buy it on their Fidelity account or their 401k account or whatever it may be. So, like I said, Bitcoin got an ETF this year. Ethereum got an ETF this year. The next one that's expected to get an ETF is Solana as well. And they're also my coaches are also saying that they're expecting Doge to get an ETF sometime in the near future. So again, it's just more opportunities for more people to buy the coins, which just makes the price go up.
Yeah, the previous guy that said the Danny Kruger effect, he says, yeah, I'm not saying crypto won't crash or won't catch on. The truth is most retail traders lose money. I'm saying this as someone who paid 10K for a crypto mastermind this bull run.
Yeah, so I would love to hear, and from the verbiage that you used, I'm just going to take it at face value. You said most traders lose money, and that's absolutely correct, which is why I don't promote trading. I promote buying and holding. So It sounds like you didn't do that. It sounds like you joined a trading course, and that's absolutely correct. I forgot what the stats were, but if you look it up online right now, I think it's somewhere between, I think it's like 90% of traders lose money.
Wow.
So just don't be a trader. Just buy at the bottom and sell at the top. That's what you do. And right now, if everything goes as planned, those are 4-year cycles. So it's not like you're just buying and then the next day you're selling and the next day you're buying and the next day you're selling. That's how you lose your ass. That's called trading. We're not talking about trading here. We're talking about buying, holding for a considerable amount of time, and then, pulling out your money little by little. Like I said, at least every time you triple.
Crappy Blonde says, thanks for shedding light on it. Thank you very much. Danny says, apparently, in the case of an apocalypse, New Zealand is the safest place on Earth to go. Yes, my friends. I've been to New Zealand and Australia. Australia feels like they're not even part of planet Earth. It's like something's happening halfway across the world. Jesus, what are they doing? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect us at all. So it's like you're on a different Earth. You're all the way in the southern hemisphere, and New Zealand.
Tell that guy, Shiva, tell that guy who's commenting that he lost 10K. Tell him to join our Discord, either yours or mine. Tell him that we want to do an interview with him. Ask him if he's down to do an interview. I'd like to interview him and find out what specific situation happened to him and how it happened. I'd like to talk to him about that.
Sure. Discord is in my description. You join. We can actually do a discussion right after this call if you're interested.
Yeah. I'd love to hear your story on that.
He said, I didn't lose 10K. I'm up this bull run. I said I paid 10K for a mastermind. Okay.
So what the heck is the point then?
Anyways, Crappy Blonde says, so Lowe's is talking about buying via an exchange versus trading on a broker. Don't know what that means.
It's the same thing. An exchange is a broker. It's the same thing. I don't know what he's talking about there.
Buy some crypto. Most important thing.
But exchange and a broker. Maybe he's talking about the ETFs, I guess, because this is too much to explain. I can't explain this. But if you buy the ETF, so there's Bitcoin and then there's a Bitcoin ETF, right? So if you buy Bitcoin, then you actually get the actual coin. But if you buy the ETF, you're buying like a derivative of the coin, which is not the actual coin itself, but you're buying an asset or a derivative that tracks the price of Bitcoin. So it should still go up and down with the price at a similar rate. But I mean, I would just rather have the actual coin versus the ETF personally. All I'm trying to say is that if there is an ETF, that just makes it easier for grandma and grandpa to buy. And that's just more people that can make the price go up for me.
Yes. Thank you.
But either way, that guy who's okay, now he's up this bull run now. Okay, cool. So I guess it wasn't a Dunning-Kruger effect. I want to know what course he paid $10,000 for. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Either way, if you paid $10,000 for the course, then I can only imagine how much you actually invested into crypto. Because if you paid $10,000 for the course, then I'm assuming your portfolio is somewhere at least around $100,000 to begin with. So either way, I'd still love to interview you and hear your thoughts on this. So join the Discord. Click on Shiva's Discord. Join the server. I'm Scary Hours Los in his server. Or you can join my server if you want. It'll also be in the description of this video as well. On my channel, Scary Hours Podcast. We'd love to interview you.
Yes. Let's see if he's up for it. You can text in the chat. You can do this after the call. It's Daniel McAvoy's mastermind. He was Tate's crypto guy at one point.
$10,000 is a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
For a course.
What kind of information are they giving you? Some
magic
fairy dust.
Ask him what percentage he's up right now. Yeah. Can you ask him that?
Well, he can hear you.
Well, yeah. But how much percentage are you up right now? And also, when did you buy? Did you get in December, like at the lows, or did you get in after that? I'm curious to know that. Did you get in at the bottom of the market? Did you get in the middle? When did you get in?
Hmm.
And what percentage are you up? I'd be interested to know that. Because me and Shiva are both up like 40, 50% at this point. So, and I only paid $1,100 for my course. And I made that money back and then some.
Yeah. Andrew Tate has that
The real world.
extra fees. Everything he does is extra expensive. You know, he's a luxurious guy, I
Well,
guess.
no, but he's saying no. But that's the funny part, though, is that he could have just as easily joined the real world, paid $50 a month, and there's Andrew Tate's current crypto guys in there right now teaching people how to buy crypto. So
Mhm.
I don't know why he would pay some other guy $10,000 out of nowhere.
He says it's a telegram. Our alpha is not for info, it's for VC and pre-sales.
Ah, I see. Okay, that's different. That's understandable.
What does that mean?
So VC and pre-sale is basically okay. So it's kind of hard to explain this to Shiva because Shiva is not really a financial market guy. But so essentially, it's like before a company goes mainstream. Does that make sense, Shiva? So like,
Yeah.
let's say I start a company in the garage of my house, right?
Mm.
Obviously, you can't buy it on the stock market like you could like Apple. Like Apple currently is one of the world's biggest companies. Amazon,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Microsoft. They're all on the. You can buy them on the stock market, right? So that's called going public. So when your company gets to a certain size, you say, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take my company public. You put it on, and that's when you put it on the stock market, right? You have to fill out an application. You know, you get audited and all that. You have to follow all these rules, and then people can buy and sell your stock on the exchange, right? Crypto has the same thing. Um, when coins are first created, they're not automatically on exchanges, right? They're just you have to be like an insider.
I
You have to
understand.
like
I
know.
understand.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
same concept. So I guess what he's saying is that the guy that he's following is giving him access to these people who tell him about the coins before they actually hit the exchanges.
Mm.
Which in that scenario, yeah, if you have access to that, that's awesome.
That's great.
Awesome information to have. Basically, you get in before everybody else. So, you know, you're buying coins when they're like 0.0000000001 cents. And then so even if it goes to a penny, you make like $1,000,000. So I
Mm.
could totally get that. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Uh,
I just want to know then if you're doing this stuff and you know that there's valid coaches out there, why are you trash talking then and bringing up Dunning-Kruger effect then? Because the way you worded it, you made it sound like crypto was basically like this scam that everybody's gonna lose money on.
yeah, good point. I
I
guess,
mean, go
yeah.
ahead.
No, I mean, I guess he wants to warn me maybe that I shouldn't do trading or most people lose money in
Yeah,
investing.
don't trade. Don't trade. Yeah, don't trade Chiva at all for
Yeah,
sure.
but also not to overestimate my capabilities. But it's not really some difficult thing to do. You just buy low and wait a couple of years. That's what I don't have the patience to do or never had the patience to do. Wanted to buy something when it
Hmm.
was up a few dollars, so I need to sell. It's not wise.
Yeah, and so like I said, Shiva, for the amount of money that you're putting in, I mean, you may just not even need to sell at all ever. Just hold it. Just hold it for eternity
All right.
until you actually get a substantial amount, and then I would say, okay, you could take some out now.
Interesting. Yeah. Money, money, money.
Ask him if he thinks that crypto is the future of money or not.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he hears me, but do you believe in crypto as the future of money, or are you just looking at this as like a quick cash grab for this cycle? Person in the comments.
Yeah, good point.
I want to know what he thinks about it. If he actually believes in the technology, or if he's just
He
everybody's
says
just hopping on the bandwagon.
the info I got in there is something that will replace both Bitcoin and Ethereum after this bull run. Tell us. Danny says, you think XRP will hit $1,000?
No, not that much. Hell no. I don't think it's gonna hit that much. Maybe it'll hit like a good, maybe like, I don't know, $10, maybe something like that, $8. I don't think it's gonna hit $1,000. The thing about XRP that people don't understand is that XRP is not a hodler coin. It's not meant for holding. XRP is made for banks. I hope you guys get that. Okay. Um, the reason why people are using XRP, or the reason why XRP was created, is to replace the Swift banking system. So currently, all banks use this program called Swift. I don't know why it's called Swift, because it's not Swift at all. It basically, like, that's why, like, every time you do a transaction with the bank account, it takes like 3 or 4 days. That's the Swift banking system, and XRP was created to replace that. And so it would make transactions instant. And so, but the problem with that is that the only reason that banks are going to use XRP is for the purpose of you sending. So let's say I want to send Shiva some money. Let's say Shiva would have been in India, right? Still, and I want to send Shiva $100 to India, and then that would be like 10 million rupees, right? Right. So normally, the way things are right now, that would take some time. But with XRP gets implemented, and it looks like it will be, then basically what would happen is I would convert my money to XRP. So I'd buy XRP at that point, or my bank would buy XRP at that point, and then run that XRP to India instantaneously, and then they would convert it into rupees so that Shiva could cash it out. So if you think about that process, nobody's holding the XRP, and that's how things retain their value, right? But if you're just using it as a method of exchange, right, and you're just using it to swap currencies, who's holding long-term XRP? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we have 4 people watching now. I think most of the viewers are checked out already. I'm pretty much ready to fall asleep.
And not to mention, one last thing about XRP is that I don't even think most of the supply is out yet. The founders still hold most of the supply, and so if the price ever does go up, they can just dump it on your head and sell it and make themselves bazillionaires. So another thing to watch out, another big red flag to watch out for on that one.
Danny says you can't send Bitcoin through the XRP utility.
Right. Why would you even want to do that? Big I don't know what Danny's talking about right now. Bitcoin and XRP are two completely different blockchains. XRP has its own blockchain, and Bitcoin has its own blockchain.
We should have Danny on the show one of these days.
Yeah, tell him to come on. I like Danny's cool.
He has his own YouTube channel. I checked it out. So Danny, you don't have fear of being on camera, it looks like. Come on down.
Oh, he has a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely come on the show, Danny. We could talk about it. Yeah, Bitcoin. The reason why, like, you got to understand, guys. Like, I don't have to convince you, and if you don't want to believe me, don't believe me. I don't really care. There's a reason why Bitcoin is the #1 coin in the world. Okay. If you think that that's because everyone in the world is stupid, you can take that. You can take that stance. But it's $100,000 a coin. Okay. So it's worth more than your US dollar. It's worth more than Amazon. It's worth more than Tesla. It's worth more than Apple. It's worth more than any company that you could possibly think of. Why? Obviously, there's some smart people out there that think it's worth $100,000 per freaking coin right now. So I'll leave it up to you. You figure out why that is. If you think that there's going to be another coin that's going to replace it, I mean, I personally think that's dumb. But, good luck, I guess.
Yeah, Danny says, but he says to the previous guy that, has the mastermind or whatever. He says, how are you going to blue ball us? What replaces Bitcoin and Ethereum?
He's not going to tell you because he paid what, $10,000 for his course. Why the hell would he just tell us?
Hey, tell me telepathically, bro. Or tell me,
And the funny thing about it is that whatever is going to replace Bitcoin, it would take such a long time because Bitcoin is it's
big.
massive. It's so massive at this point.
Yeah.
It's like 50% of all of crypto. So, whatever. Good luck with that. I'm telling you, Bitcoin is good enough. People have adopted it. The United States is going to adopt it. Like, who's higher than the United States? You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of financial power and with, the money to buy these things. They're buying Bitcoin. They're not buying the one that you're talking about. And I highly doubt that your guy has more information than the CIA or like it's not happening.
Yeah.
The countries are buying Bitcoin for a reason. So
Someone says, or Kin Su asks, how Carlos feel? He look really tired. And why you and Carlos wear matching colors? I don't know if you're colorblind, but I'm wearing blue. Carlos is wearing gray.
I'm wearing purple.
Purple. Oh,
Uh,
Jesus, my computer color is way off.
well, it's your glasses, isn't it?
No, it looks like you're wearing gray, I swear.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Wow.
But yeah, no, so I mean, I don't know. Good luck on that one. Somebody flipping Bitcoin. I don't see it happening, to be honest with you. What's wrong with Bitcoin right now besides the fact that it's slow? They can fix that, right? Like they can make updates to the network and they can make it faster and they're actually working on that. So that's the only issue currently. But besides that, it's the biggest market cap for a reason. If you think your coach knows more than, like I said, the smartest people in the world, then okay, maybe he does. Who knows?
Let us know what cryptocurrency you're holding, what you're investing in, and give us some feedback. Click the like button, share this with your friends, some crypto knowledge. Whoever needs to hear this, tell them to invest in some crypto. Yeah, let us know what you're holding over there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I would love to have that guy to come on though. He can, even if he doesn't want to tell us what he's holding, we don't care. I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
I'm already happy with my portfolio. I'm making nice bread on it. She was making nice bread. We don't need your info, but just come on and maybe if you want to have a debate or if you want to have a discussion, more than welcome to come on.
there's a nice comment. Kinsu asks, "What's wrong with Shiva tonight? You look weird."
Anyway, let's go ahead. I think that's enough, right, Shiva, for today's episode?
Yeah, my friends, thank you for all the viewers who tuned in. Smash that like button so that you show us how friendly you are and make my self-esteem rise. And yeah,
Yeah, and so for anybody who wants to know more, join the Discord, join my podcast as well. Look me up, Scary Hours Podcast on YouTube. I got links in my Discord in my profile and also in my description of my videos and also in the community posts. If you have any questions on there, feel free to ask. Again, to the guy who was talking a little junk, join, talk junk with us.
Yeah.
And maybe give us some insider info for free.
All right, my friends, it's been real. Catch you on the flippity. See you next.